direct speech, we read or quote the exact words spoken. When we use direct speeches in writing, if there's a word spoken between quotation mark and there is no change in this word, we may be reflecting something that's being said now. Direct speech. When we want to describe what someone said, one option is to use direct speech. We use direct speech when we simply repeat what someone said, putting the phrase between speech mark. Okay. Example from direct speech. He said, "I'm going to school." She said, "What time will you be home?" Okay. Next, what the meaning of indirect speech? Repeated or indirect speech is usually used to talk about the past. So we normally change the tense of the words spoken. We use reflecting verbs like say, tell, ask, and we may use the word that to introduce the referred word. Inverted commas are not used. So indirect speech, when we want to refer what someone said without speech mark and without necessarily using exactly the same word, we can use indirect speech, also called reported speech. Example from indirect speech. She told him that she was happy. She was speaking on a telephone. Okay. Next, direct speech and indirect speech. Quotation mark or inverted commas are used for direct speech. Example, "I have cut my finger," cried Mrs. Sam. Quotation marks are not used for indirect or reverted speech. Example, Mrs. Sama cried that she had cut her finger. Okay. Next, question mark and exclamation mark are not used in reported speech. Example, indirect, "Is it bleeding very much?" Mr. Sama asks. And indirect speech, Mr. Sama asks if it was bleeding very much. Next, in reported speech, the reverting verbs like ask, inquired, command, ordered, requested, advised, suggested, exclaimed, shouted are often used in place of the reverting verb said to convey the mood of the spoken word. For example, Rama said, "How hot the soup is." And indirect, Rames exclaimed that the soup was hot. Said become exclaimed in indirect. Said indirect speech and exclaimed in indirect speech. Okay, next. The tense of the verb in the referred speech is in the past tense. However, if the verb in the reported speech is stating a universal truth, a habit, a constant situation, the tense of the verb does not change. Example, the boy said, "I brush my teeth every day." It is simple present tense. In indirect, the boy said that he brushed his teeth every day. Simple present tense again. But in indirect. So the tense of that verb does not change because this is a simple present tense. I brush my teeth every day. So it's not to be changed, the verb. Okay, next. In a direct or reverted question, the subject comes before the verb, but after it, you don't use the helping verb do to form reverted question. For example, Paul said, "What time does the bus come?" Paul asks, "What time the bus come?" Indirect, Paul said, "What time does the bus come?" And indirect, Paul asked, "What time the bus come?" So in indirect, you don't use does. Okay? In indirect, dash is not used. Okay? Next, the pronouns are also changed in reported speech. First, pronoun at the first person or changes. Example, he said, I am bored. He said, I'm bored. Indirect. And indirect, he said that he was bored. He in this sentence, in this indirect sentence, the meaning of I from direct sentence. Okay. Second example, Mira said, we are going to the movies. Indirect. Mira said that they were going to the movies. That in this indirect sentence, meaning we, indirect sentence. Okay, next, pronoun of the second person. Person changes. Simple. He said to her, you are beautiful. Indirect. And indirect, he said to her that she was beautiful. And indirect, she in this indirect sentence, meaning you. Okay, indirect sentence. Second example, you must write neatly, the teacher taught her pupils. Indirect. In indirect, the teacher advised her pupil that they must write neatly. Okay. Next, pronouns of the third person do not change. Person do not change. Example, I said they had gone out. Indirect speech. And indirect, I import that they had gone out. They represent they indirect and they in indirect. Second example, Leila said this book theirs. Indirect, Leila said that this book was theirs. Okay, next. While converting direct speech into indirect speech, the tense of the verb must change accordingly. Okay. Simple present to be a simple past. Simple past to be a past perfect. Present continuous to be a past continuous. Present perfect to be past perfect. Can to be cold. Shall to be would. Will to be would. May to be might. Okay. Example, she said, I may attend a meeting in direct speech. So in indirect speech, you can say may to be a might. So in direct speech, can she said that she might attend a meeting. May to be a might. Okay. Next, words indicating nearness of time and place are changed to word indicating distance of time and place. Sometimes time and place will be changed from direct speech to be indirect speech. Okay. This to be that, dash to be does, here to be the, now to be then, today to be that day, tomorrow to be the next or following day, yesterday to be the day before or the previous day. Okay. Example, the interview said the young man, we will let you know our decision by tomorrow. Tomorrow is time. So, it should be changed. Direct speech and indirect speech. The interview said to the young man. The interview said to the young man that they would let him know the decision by the next day. Tomorrow should be the next day. Or the interview said to the young man that they would let him know their decision by the following day. Okay. Next, when repeating a question or order or a request to connect a date is not used. Example, the girl said, may I come in? Indirect. In indirect, the girl asks if she could come in. Indirect. Okay. So that is not used in a question or order or a request in indirect speech. Okay. The girl said, "May I come in?" And indirect, the girl asks if she could come in. Second example. Pay your tax, the king ordered his subject. Indirect. In indirect, the king ordered his subject to pay their tax. Okay. Next, in the reported speech, the word or the sound used by the speaker to express an emotion is omitted. Example: "Wow, what a handsome man he is," the girl said. Indirect. And indirect, the girl exclaimed what a handsome man he was. So wow in direct sentence it is omitted in indirect. Okay. Second example. "Hello," my friend said to me. "How are you?" In indirect, my friends greeted me and asked how I was. Hello in direct speech will be omitted in indirect speech. Okay. Maybe that's all. So I'm sorry if there is something wrong in my explanation. So just thank you everyone. See you later.